Volume 0 drops a really huge bomb that makes us the readers questioning Ayanokoji's existence. From the first time we know him, Ayanokoji only wants a normal school life, free from trouble. Turns out the reason he enrolls in advanced nurturing high school is to free himself from his father's grasp. However, Volume 0 gives us a different perspective from Atsuomi. Turns out Ayanokoji enrollment is not a rebellion from Ayanokoji, but already planned by Atsuomi since the beginning. Just like Icarus, who thinks he can fly outside with his own free will, it turns out he is only running in the palm of his father. And then, a question arrives. What is Atsuomi's intention to send Ayanokoji to the school? First, we need to understand what Atsuomi's goal is, what he wants to achieve in his life. Atsuomi's biggest goal is power. Because of his unprivileged childhood, he wants to become someone who stands at the top, someone who can do everything and gets everything he wants. For that ambition, he decides to become a politician. He chose to become Nao's subordinate, but after Nao betrayed him, he stepped out of the political world, planning to come back after Nao's death. Atsuomi's final goal is undeniably the prime minister seat. However, to get that seat, he needs to beat Kojima, the current prime minister. Kojima is praised for a lot of his achievements, but his biggest achievement is Advanced Nurturing High School, which successfully created a lot of promising alumni. To be able to surpass him, Atsuomi needs something better than that school, and White Room is the answer. However, how is he going to prove that White Room is better than ANHS? This is where Ayanokoji's role takes place. There are several possibilities why Atsuomi sent his son to school. First, he wants Ayanokoji to experience normal life and learn about human relationships, something that he never learns in the White Room. If Atsuomi wants Ayanokoji to also enter politics, having an understanding of people will be crucial for him. Atsuomi realizes that to become prime minister, it is almost impossible to achieve in one generation, so Ayanokoji needs to take the baton and run for the position that he once joked about. A socially awkward Ayanokoji will never be able to become prime minister, so he needs to learn before it is too late. And the other reason why he was sent to that school is to destroy it. Believe it or not, everything is under calculation of Atsuomi. Ayanokoji never got any formal education, and yet he managed to enroll because Atsuomi believes Chairman Sakai Yanagi will take pity on Ayanokoji. In Sakai Yanagi Arisu flashback, Sakai Yanagi Naramori stated that he cannot cheer for White Room because the children who were raised there never received any love from their parents. He called it a misfortunate beginning for the future. And that's why when he saw Ayanokoji try to enroll, he used his authority and assigned him to Class D. He wants Ayanokoji to experience a normal life, not knowing that his action is exactly what Atsuomi wanted from him. And of course, Atsuomi knows full well that Ayanokoji will be placed in Class D. After all, he is the biggest defect in the school. Ayanokoji being placed in Class D is very crucial for Atsuomi. After all, Atsuomi wants to prove that White Room is superior. If Ayanokoji was placed in Class A, he would end up doing nothing. The uncomfortable environment of Class D is one thing that forces him to take action, willingly or through a threat. In my theory, what Atsuomi wanted is for Ayanokoji to bring all the defect students of Class D to graduate from Class A. Class D rising up to Class C is something that never happens in a long time, let alone graduate from Class A. If a single White Room student manages to mess up the system, it should be enough proof to determine which one is superior. However, for that to happen, Ayanokoji needs to take action and lead the class. If Atsuomi just straight up tells Ayanokoji his plan, there is a good chance Ayanokoji will not obey him. That's why Atsuomi needs to create a complex scenario just to deceive his son. However, what if Ayanokoji was put in Class D but still chose to not do anything? There is no way for Atsuomi to know what kind of path Ayanokoji chose after enrolling in school. That's why he needs to visit him in Volume 7. What he saw was Ayanokoji still in Class D. He tries to provoke him, but Ayanokoji clearly states that he will stay in school until graduation, which is a good sign for Atsuomi. However, Ayanokoji needs to take more action. He needs to put himself in more spotlight. That's why Atsuomi sent Tsukishiro. Tsukishiro working fast by introducing the protection point and giving it to Ayanokoji so he got more attention and was forced to take the commander role. However, Tsukishiro needs to convince Ayanokoji with his intention to expel him, so he needs to make Ayanokoji lose in the final special exam. In the second year arc, Tsukishiro added to more threats. The 5th generation White Room student. They were sent to expel Ayanokoji and test his ability. If Ayanokoji got expelled by them, that means he is not really that much, but we know that Ayanokoji survived and Yagami got expelled, leaving Emisawa still in school. With Tsukishiro and Yagami gone, and Emisawa no longer bothering Ayanokoji, all threats should be gone. There is nothing else that forces Ayanokoji to keep moving, and yet he keeps to intervene with special exams and bring his class to Class A. However, Atsuomi goal is not yet fulfilled. Ayanokoji still didn't create too much chaos to shake the school system. With the possibility of Ayanokoji transfer class in the 3rd year arc, we might see it sooner or later. However, there are some mystery left unexplained, and that is the existence of Ishigami, Emisawa, and Tsubasa. There are theories going around that Ishigami is a spy sent by Atsuomi to observe Ayanokoji. With how he manages to contact Ayanokoji in Volume 9, there is a chance he has some method to make contact with the outside. That way he could report Ayanokoji progress directly to Atsuomi. He also most likely sent to keep White Room students in check. His action behind the scenes to expel Yagami is one of his jobs. When Yagami starts to act beyond control, Ishigami notifies Atsuomi, so Atsuomi sends his men to take Yagami back to the White Room. This action needed to keep the White Room a secret. And there is no way they just left Emisawa freely. She is the second best in her generation, and there are not so many successful students in the White Room. With how they put Ishigami in the same class with her, they must have some kind of plan and keep her in check. After all, she is a White Room student. Whatever happens, her strength will be so valuable. Tsubasa is even more mysterious than Ishigami. At first she was introduced as Matsuo's childhood friend who wanted to take revenge for his death. However, with Matsuo's death is just a made-up lie, her backstory becomes questionable. She knew that there was no plan to actually expel Ayanokoji. That means she is trusted enough to be told the entire plan. It's unclear if she is Atsuomi or Tsukishiro's subordinate, but we must expect her to play a crucial role in the 3rd year arc. Atsuomi's biggest goal is to become the Prime Minister, but he is not going to stop with just that. He wants Ayanokoji to succeed him, and sending Ayanokoji to school will provide him with information that can be used to fight Kijima. Suddenly, the future seems uncertain for Ayanokoji. With 1 year left in the school, he needs to find out about his father's plan, or else he will end up like Icarus, always play in the palm of his father.